Welcome back to part number 7 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as the Bosporan Kingdom. Having quite a bit of fun with this playthrough. Bosporan Kingdom has about everything. You have the expansion and colonization. You have to build some cities. You get some warfare. You get to do it well. There's some Persian traditions available. We are urbanizing this. We've completely urbanized Taurica here. We've not encountered any wars with Rome or Thrace. That could have caused some very, very serious problems. At this point, we'll probably do well enough. We need to increase the size of our levy, and we need to increase the size of our import routes, or the number of routes. We're just barely holding just positive, and we import quite a few grain imports from Egypt, as well as various other things to replace the livestock and fish that we destroyed. But we did unearth some fair alternatives. We have some papyrus that we have created by destroying that grain plantation, and this glass as well. The grain has been good to us. It turned into glass and papyrus. We have more than a few cloth, which makes us quite a bit of money. We have more than a bit of earthenware as well. Along those lines, we're banking quite a bit of money. We're about maxed out again at our legion count. We're happy with that. I need more, and I was thinking on why my research rate is down. The stability is down. I guess the nobles are less than stellarly happy. There are essentially no dyes available to even if I wanted to import them. So I think academies are the answer. We'll get more nobles. They'll create more research, create more trade routes. It's just going to cost a bit of money, which is neither here nor there. We're 81.37. We have a fair amount of boni here, so I'm going to do all that. I'll be back to you when we have another academy in all of our cities, or maybe 3 academies in all of our cities. We have some stability. I'll take it. Speaking of our nobles, we have finally maybe turned the corner on our food crisis in Olbia. So we have the 5 trade routes now. After no small investment, I have 3 academies, 2 marketplaces, 3 academies, 2 marketplaces, and 3 academies and 2 marketplaces. But we seem to have done it. And maybe leave that be, as it's not broken. I'm going to max out the academies here. I think we can start to run a bit of tyranny. I just sort of need to take the edge off this aggressive expansion as it gets quite low. I'm going to run, I think our loyalties are sufficient to where we are generally happy. It's going to cost us some PI because these governors will not be quite as loyal or happy, but it'll cost us some provincial loyalty as well, but I'm going to do it anyway. So there it is. We're getting 0.12 down for our tyranny, and then that it's going to make this go really quick as opposed to just sort of like lingering. So our epiproxenos is 0.25, our decaying is 0.04, which is not a lot, and our tyranny is 0.12. We have various other innovations that we've unearthed. So that should go soon enough. I want to get at Albania. It's not particularly relevant. It's something to do, and probably increase our income. Get the rest of cold cheese here as well. Why not do that as well? I had a claim on Pontus. I wonder if it's still actionable. No, it's against Thrace now. Yep. So Pontus is being invaded here. How about you? I wonder if we could file a claim there. Why not do it? Try. An event here. Abundant produce in Olbia. So we're going to get 200 food. That is exactly what I intend to take. So that put that hopefully to bed for at least the foreseeable future. So there it is. Our academies have been built in the entirety of our urbanized Torika. Let's see if we have any more trade routes. It seems as though we've already gotten one more. And they don't eat substantially more than citizens, so we'll see about the ratio that we're looking for here now. Looks as though we're looking for 21% and plus 15% from the academy. That's exactly what I want. I don't know whether it's the stability or the nobles or whatnot, but our research rate is spiking again. I was thinking of getting some academies for this area as well. Although, yeah, there it is. Stumbled on a Roman-Thracian war. I don't have to think too long on the outcome of that. I'm pretty sure Rome is going to take over there. Which, neither here nor there, I suppose. I'd imagine there's quite a few Macedonians in this area here, that Thrace. This area is nice as well, has quite a few cities, you know, come to think of it. I have not been building any cities here, and these pops essentially just sort of mull about. If I had to guess, I would say that there are quite a few Bosporans just sort of mulling about that area. And quite a few pops in general. If I were to stick it to Thrace, and then I could move all of these pops that are idle relative to research rate and other things of Bosporans into these glorious cities. I've also been quietly hoarding my innovations, not because I had some grand plan, although I sort of did, or do. It's just that there's really nothing much that really jumps out at me that says, buy this right now to become more efficient at building stuff. I could take this, a 5% more buildings, another 2.5% build cost, but it's 8. And you know, the Roman wolf is a thing, and it's right there on our doorstep. So if I were to take hold these, I could get some discipline, and that a legion maintenance cost, some heavy infantry discipline. I have that. Morale recovery is nice, and then more discipline here. Scythian saddles, and there's a few more discipline points here. Just in case he attacks, we could plop those down immediately. And if he doesn't, though, the thing is, I have 6, and it's the one. Let's see, there's planning mode here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That doesn't really do me a lot of good, relatively speaking, as essentially all of our cohorts are in Torika. Our ability to raise legions are here. The rest of them are slight. But, you know, as these areas here, as heavily urban areas, Macedonianize, I should build theaters pretty much right now. And if I were to attack Thrace and then move all of these pops, the exodus from the former tribal areas into these cities, I could pop the mill tech here, cohorts. And then I could raise a substantial army everywhere, and better deal with Rome and any and all takers. I think that's got to be the plan going forward. So I'm just going to mull about and build theaters in these areas, and just wait for an opportunity to arise. You know, these theaters that I built, like what seems like in game time quite some time ago. I haven't checked the exact dates or how much time has passed, but they don't really seem to be doing much. Bosporan Pop 1. Bosporan Pop 2. As they cultural assimilation, that I wonder if it would be cheaper, like to reach the 50% threshold in a lot of these cities, to bring some Bosporans down from this area where they mull about. I think we could move them, say, here, and then jump over our tribal vassal and get them here, and then sort of disperse them here so they could tip the balance. Like this area here is not a bad city. It's just that there are no Bosporans there, and it's not doing anything for our research. If I do build a theater there, it's not going to do much very quickly because of the malice. 33% non-Hellenic, 10% for non-dominant state, and then 25% for dominant culture not integrated. So I could lose that last 25%, and maybe if I bring the Hellenes down from this area here, I'll lose the last, that 10% as well, so leaving me with only a 33% for a very slight, relatively speaking, outlay. And then these guys, they won't mull about and crash my research rate either. I think I'm going to try that, see what happens. I'm going to try some army weight modifier here as well. And sapping for siege engineers. While I wait, I still have the 6 in reserve there, so we're able to get here. Something is going on here with Parthia and Albania. Parthia and Sakya. I think the problem for Parthia is that, well, I think, how is he going to annex that? I think maybe AIs can just sort of do it. That sort of bothers me, really. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, they do border one another here. Parthia is extended out and is attacking Albania there. Okay, so I was wondering how they even got to the point where they could declare war on one another. It looks as though Rome has built themselves a wonder, and we'll take a claim there. Why not do it? I suppose it's not a bad idea, and I'm just not really all that sure it's a good one. We have some Bosporans here. I got some Bosporans here. They'll surely assimilate and convert and such at a more expedited pace, a rapid pace, but they're just not the pops available up here, really. It's fairly sparsely populated and not really particularly in Bosporan. Actually, there's nobody there, really, so they're all in cities or... yeah, they've been moved here to these cities, and there's just not a lot of pop growth. Let's see how fast all that goes. Not particularly so. We'll take the tax here, 15%. I was checking over my routes here. A die became available. That should make the nobles even more happy and more productive. As we have very little aggressive expansion, and we have a claim here in Pontus, that'll put us directly adjacent to Egypt. They think well of us, so we get a lot of many trade items, grain especially from Egypt. Do we want to be directly adjacent to them? Maybe not, but we're going to do it anyway. We'll move these guys down and we're going to take over Pontus. Now if we get caught out by Rome here with our legions away with no road and no navy, it'll be a while getting back there. We have arrived here. The claim is still actionable. It looks as though there are no other participants. Let's just do it. And I think one of these guys is going to leave maybe 10 cohorts. As we leave, we're going to build a road up through here, up through this area, and all the way back up to our capital, I think, is got to be the plan. Anyway, I'm going to orchestrate this war. It's not going to be pretty for Pontus. I'll be back. I ended up hiring this 16 Marshal Merc for breakout duty there, and it's not pretty. Just a matter of closing out the war, really. Looks as though Bambis got the same idea once we declared on Pontus. Luckily for me, there's all of the relevant territories have been occupied, and we're the siege leader here, and this little tiny area here has been occupied by our levy. There it is. They've done it. They declared the war. We need to assault this and get the heck out of this area. We need to move it out here immediately. So much for my road. I see. This Merc is a bit far off. We're going to have to let him go. As much as I would like to keep him on. And we'll see if we can slow the Roman wolf down. I'll be back. I think these guys are going to have to be the trick. They're going to eat essentially everything in sight. And spend, well, we're going into deficit spending here, clearly. Let's move it out. We dropped that siege with our assault there. We can piece this war out, I'm sure. It should be all actionable. It is, we'll take it. Great power will do that. And we'll try to get back to home base ASAP. I'm not holding my breath. Oddly enough, our fat merc stack is using a tactic. We'll get plus 13% against the triplex with our archer, heavy, and light cav here. So I'm going to change to deception and see about if we can go and engage some of these guys in the open field and hold our breath until our armies arrive back. That's a 20k, that's nice. I was looking at my military experience, and we're nearly topped out. We'll probably top out during the war. There's not a lot of action here. There's some to be had, but I'd have to call up more, and I don't want to burn through my manpower right now to do it. Levy size would be nice. This horse archer and archer's offense is nice, but it's sort of unit specific. And then we go to Greek here. I think that we can get a morale bonus and some freemen here. And I think we get more morale than we lose. We would, I think we'd lose 4% but gain 5. And we're not in danger of topping this out. And that's that. This army here is going to go here. By way, I say, we're going to eat some food in Olbia, but we're going to avoid Olbia like, I see. We'll go here and then we'll go right back in Olbia and back in Olbia. Let's just eat all of our newfound food. We'll just do it. I think Rome canceled some of our routes, and I've got some iron here for our heavy infantry. I have half a mind to find something for our archers as well as light cav. Let's see, our food here is, we're losing some because of, yeah, there they are. Some light infantry, the levy. There must be a levy of Italia, 31 light infantry, and 2 supply trains. And here we have it's a disaster for this guy. It's just waiting to happen. A bunch of light infantry and some, that's his Italia? There's some more. I'm going to take some visuals while the visualizing is good. He just took this capital there. Let's see, you more conscripti. Magna Graecia. There's some heavy infantry. What is going on with Italia? Illyria. It looks like Graecia. He must have integrated some kind of other culture in Italia that doesn't have Corsican, perhaps? Who even knows? They should be heavy infantry, and they should look more like the Magna Graecian levy, right? Heavy infantry, and I'm not going to complain about it, that's for sure. We have a stability event I will take. I found another merc. I didn't really want to hire him because it'll put us into deficit, but he's good. He has an 11. Let's see how old he is. 68. He'll be dead before long, and then he'll turn into a 3, and it'll be a bad idea. I looked over the board, and well, to be frank, there's not a lot of other choices available. And we're just going to send this guy down as well. Get him moving. Here's the situation as it stands. We have a fair number of Romans advancing through the open countryside here. They will not fare well against these guys once they get back. The horse archers should chew them up, but they're not back. And we have our 50k man headed right down their throat there. Going to invoke Heracles here, grab some discipline. And I think it's time to spend those innovations that I was just sort of hoarding. I was thinking on this bit, Can grab some discipline there. Let's see here. Maintenance. Heavy infantry discipline. Sort of want the movement speed, really. We're sort of on the way, I think. We're here. Supply limit will help with that 50k. And then, let's see, where's the movement? Here. Army movement speed. Quick march. And then forced march. We can catch them out with our 50k stack. A lot of times, you can get near them, but the AI being the AI, it'll just sort of run off and giggle. It doesn't giggle, of course, but I'm sure it would if it could. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the plan. We're gonna catch these guys out. Have loyalty of generals there as well, and we're gonna force march into them where they think they can escape. They cannot. And as long as we're here, we're going to take discipline 2.5 as well. I'm going to go into food deficit here just ever so slightly and grab some wild game from our best trading partners here in Egypt. That'll give our archers another 10% discipline for this fat stack there. We're closing in on a battle here, and it's not looking pretty for the wolf. He's leading with a half-decent conscripti from Italia. These guys not so much so. This guy here must be proud of this unit there. We're advancing in this direction here. He's advancing here and looking to flank or encircle our fat stack. Other than that's not a thing, and we have the other small fat stack on the way down here to cut them off, and then we have our proper army on the way back as well. So we are very close to making contact. I'm not sure if he can see me or not, but he is headed for Cinciana, right? Here. So if we force march into there, we're food positive, I think, right? Sort of food positive. Let's see what happens. He's locked. We're winning. And it's a forest. Let's see it. I see. So it's ugly for him. He has reinforcements coming. We didn't stack wipe him probably because it's a forest. But this guy is coming. Ho, ho, ho. The space bar here. Hold on a minute here. So this is looking pretty ugly for the enemy here as well. I didn't get a chance to see. Oh, that's the light infantry. This is going to be really ugly for the wolf there. Yep. I was thinking real strongly about keeping this army in food, so we're going to head back and see if we can cut these guys off from the advance there. We're back in the positive there. This army here is probably not going to be as food challenged, so we'll send him off in that direction. The academies or promotion activities in Torca have done our legion count quite a bit of good. I think I'm going to grab a few more cohorts just because I can. Not an exorbitant amount, but we'll get them up to morale by the time they arrive, and then we'll see what happens. This unit just saw that it's was sieging down this capital territory, and it's about to be engaged. Let's see what happens here. We're gonna get them. I'll probably redirect this unit down to a provincial capital I saw fall. I think this is it here. It's a slaughter here. Stack wiped them. I'm going to call up a levy here, right there, and see about going in and taking this provincial capital back. And then if they give them any trouble, we'll send our Helenids Merc in there to support. Looks as though we have contact here with the Sistine Gaul levy here. He's going to arrive July 29, which is very soon, unfortunately, for my poor levy here. Let's see when we arrive. August 1. There's another conscripti here. It was interested in supporting this, but it's not. I wonder what we can divert this unit here. I bet he's headed right here. This unit probably is going there. We have arrived in time to support our levy, and hopefully we'll do away with that unit in short order. This is really... yeah. So let's see about that. We can get the heck out of this area to a food-friendly area again. Or not. Well, it looks like this guy is locked. So it looks as though we just de-force march here and just wait. I think we should eliminate this unit as well. That means we can go and engage these guys here as well. It looks as though we are winning here as well. And we can catch one of these guys out right here, hopefully. And we'll catch this guy piecemeal. Alright, we can send our levy up here to retake this territory here while we wait. Should be in the food. Well, we are draining the food of this area quickly, I'm sure. We caught this unit out as well. And it's not looking good for him. This unit is locked. 14 Merc here. He's going to have the terrain on us, and we'll not mess with him. We'll go get this guy. We stack wipe that unit. Our levy has occupied this, and we have another Conscripti Italia there. Where is he going? Here. Let's see, so we now have the provincial capital. This is all food positive, at least it will be. Our morale is such, we're going to move down here and maybe catch this this unit out either here or here. As for this activity here, it looks like this unit is leaving. Let's see, if it leaves, we'll catch this one out, and then that'll be the end of that. Where's this guy going now? Yeah, they turned around. They don't want any, so we'll get back into supply here. Our other armies here have indeed arrived. And I wonder, we are at max. I'm going to buy more. Let's grab a couple more here. We'll grab a couple more here and maybe a siege. Yeah. Maybe we'll have that as well. We'll have another siege here just in case we go into Roman territory proper. So these armies are headed in the right direction essentially. Let's see if we can direct them a little bit more appropriately, say here, and then you get there as well. This unit here is leaving, and it's locked, so this unit is coming. We'll be able to take to this forest. Hopefully this thing will lock shortly, and we'll be able to... no, it's not. Well, we'll go back up here, not worry. Let's see, it looks as though this unit is locked. And we can force march here and stick it to him. Sort of. Maybe. He's going to have the terrain on us, but I think we can get him. A few of his compatriots are trying to join in. I have this unit force marching over there as well. We'll see what happens. We were able to reinforce this effort. It should end well for us. Let's see if we can occupy this. Where are our armies? They're here. Let's go there just in case other people. Where is that battle? I don't really know. It's here, there, or anyway. Let's get this guy over there as well. We'll go here. There. We'll go here. Actually, that wasn't a reinforcement. We engaged a 500 stack here, so. this will resolve in our favor, I'm sure. I'm going to call up another levy here, just war score waiting to happen, but we're going to occupy some of these territories. I think this Naupa area is a capital. We're going to go there. Boom! Our Merc has done it. He got Conqueror. Looks like this guy is locked. He's going to... And this unit here, who are you? Another Italian conscript. These are the heavy infantry. He's holding them in reserve, it would seem. Well... We've engaged this 5-stack there as well. This guy seems intent on joining. I don't think he knows that we have another stack here, the first Taxus on the way. Stack wipe that whole lot. It's not looking pretty for the conscriptee number 1 of Italia. This is deoccupying there and here as well. We're going to need to invoke some Devotio. It looks as though the episode is about a half an hour in. I have, let's see if there's anything strange. I see, there is though. So we just bribed this guy, and it looks as though, I think he's on the team now. It looks as though I tried to hire this Merc, thinking that it was this unit instead of the other one. Are you you're a conscripti? Conscripti. So these guys are not negotiable with. Which means, what does it mean really? They're going to ravage this territory here. It looks as though they already have. I need to reoccupy and think on relieving one of my Merc stacks here. The smaller one. And then hiring a larger stack over here at the beginning of the next episode to deal with these guys. They're not very proficient relative to what can be had in the area. I'm going to look into that, see if we can reoccupy this territory and stop the ravaging of this former Colchizian land. Other than that, everything seems to be looking reasonably well. This activity here is going well. We have both of our proper armies in the house. One of them is engaged here. This one, I think we'll send it down into this lot here, try to find a capital, and maybe siege down some Roman territory in this area here as well. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope to see you in the next one.